I think the worst, he told me that I wasn't his real dad, I killed his real dad, and it'll just come out of nowhere.
They've dealt with damage in their homes and stopped violent attacks on siblings. Parents say their kid seemingly changes overnight, displaying dangerous behaviors that often mimic symptoms of obsessive-compulsive disorder or schizophrenia. But getting a proper diagnosis can be difficult.
Reporter Greg Merriweather introduces us to 3 families in Louisiana inspired to share their stories and raise awareness about a misunderstood condition often triggered by something as common as strep throat.
Whee! There's a perfect little piece to children playing outside on such a pretty day. But a simple flare-up can change a pretty day into an ugly one. It can mean days or months of scary uncertainty and a return of this large, mostly hidden medical monster of sorts.
We were actually out of town, and my mom called me at some point through the course of that week and said, I don't want to cause any alarm for you guys, but I wanted to let you know that Jillian has developed a head jerk.
Caitlin and Eric Jaffita's daughter, Jillian there, suddenly started to act differently. But more than, oh, she just isn't herself, it was almost like she was someone else.
She started to not recognize who we were. She thought that somebody had taken over us, that we were impersonators, that she had to escape us because we were not her real parents.
And across town, 2 more families with similar stories.
I get a call from the daycare. Tucker was 4. He just turned 4. And she's like, hey, you need to come pick him up. He threw a chair across the room. And I'm going, he did what? Because that was just very out of character for him.
Whenever it's going on, he's not the same kid. It's crazy how he'll be normal one day and then 2 weeks later, it's like, who is this child? What's going on?
I mean, she got to the point she was yelling at us, cursing us out. She was threatening to harm us, threatening to harm our animals. She was damaging things in our home, and we couldn't discipline her because she literally could not control what she was doing. Emmy, felt the brunt of things, of physical things, and she'd come up, she'd rip Emmy's, hair out of her head, she'd kick her, she'd slap her.
You want to play this game, baby?
The behaviors can be tics, like you see here, the Jaffita family sharing this video with us. It can go from these unusual movements to sudden, aggressive, paranoid behavior.
Maybe sit up, come on.
And for other kids, the symptoms present themselves as something you would see in OCD.
I would always say he's normal, but what's normal? He was always normal, athletic, loves to play outside, but his tics, they're different. They change every single time he has them. It would either be verbal with a word or actions.
After talking with various doctors, the families believe their children suffer from something called pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder, sometimes associated to strep. You'll remember it as PANS, or as it's sometimes called, pandas. Now, depending on who you talk to, some doctors believe the neuropsychiatric symptoms suddenly develop in some kids when the body attacks healthy brain tissues. And here's something that will stick with you. Almost all of the kids usually have one thing in common.
A few years ago, Colt had got really sick. It was strep multiple times. Well, one of the strep cases, we ended up in the hospital at Our Lady of Late Children's.
All his strep titers were just off the chain, yet he didn't have a strep infection. So we just missed a strep infection at some point, and that's where this all just exploded.
I was amazed at the children themselves asked to be interviewed for this story, wanting to, as they put it, make sure more people know about this, trying to put it into words.
Usually something would trigger it, or I just wake up that way. And I just felt like I couldn't trust anybody. I felt like everybody was evil.
Little Tucker describes the sudden anger and fear that would come over him.
I think my family is not treating me well, and I just want to leave.
The kids tell me they feel much better with treatment. And while they may never find that 100% perfect peace we talked about, at least they found hope to hang on to.
It makes me upset, but it also lets me know that this is helping people who also have it, and will help them get the right things that they need.
For parents, proper care for this condition is difficult to find and afford. The families say kids go through 8 to 10 doctors before they get an accurate diagnosis, and the out-of-pocket expense for one of the treatments can cost more than $10,000 because insurance doesn't cover it. But there is hope for some families struggling with pandas. As of August 2025, almost a dozen states have passed laws mandating insurance companies cover the special IV treatment.